Man. Alright, let's try something real quick. Boom, ancient. Yeah, dude. I'm talking about. Yo, I'm happy about that, bro. Been working on that ancient for a while. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Alright. That should help a lot. I got something I want to do. The RNG. Yo, that streamer luck, bro. Twitch mobile wins. Stream is bugged. How you doing, Baker TV? How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. I'm gonna go with and yeah. Also traveling. You look at traveling, you're like, well, why would I travel there? For the scenery? I'm not really interested in the scenery because I'm not because the scenery is just like mountains, trees, stuff. You look at the weather. Why would I want to go to that place? It's fucking cold. Stuff like that. A realist isn't a know-it-all, but a realist will see it for how it is and not for what it could be. Okay. Positive people will say things like nothing's impossible. And a realist will say, well, that's possible, but that isn't. So, and that's how I am. And here, let me give you a good example. When I was at work, one day I was working. I mean, it was when I was working at the front desk, right? And I work I work in automotive care. If you guys don't know, my supervisor, my service manager, told me that we want to get this truck this vehicle build out tonight. Even if the customer's not here, we need to ask them, call them over the phone and say, hey, do you want to pay now? That's what you need to do. And I was like, what's the incentive for them to pay now? What's the incentive? Okay, a positive person, that's the question I asked him, and he just got flustered, and he's just like, why are you asking me these questions? Just do it, right? No, see, he's the positive person, I'm the realist in this scenario, and the thing is, I'm asking this question legitimately. What's the incentive? Because I want to know what's the incentive, because when I do call him up over the phone, I'm not telling my supervisor I'm not trying to call him up. I'm not telling him I don't want to call him up, but that's the way he perceives it, of course. I'm asking him what's the incentive, because when I call a customer up and I say, hey, we need to get this, would you like to pay now, even though you're not here? What's the incentive for the customer to do that? Because I got to sell it to the customer. If we really need to get this build out tonight, I got to sell it. I need an incentive for the customer to be able to do it. Well, you get it now. So he perceived it as a question as in, I'm just trying to get out of this situation. I don't want to call the customer. I'm trying to slack. This is a positive person seeing a realist as a cynic. This is very common. Now, even though it was a legitimate question, he didn't see it as legitimate. He saw it as me trying to be self-interest. Now, the answer I finally figured out was, and I figured it out on my own because he couldn't answer me because he was so interested in, he thought, all that. The answer I figured out was the customer would want to get that build out tonight. So that way, when he comes in first thing in the morning, all he has to do is pick up his keys and sign the paperwork. Boom. That's the incentive. But that's not the moral of the story, is what I was saying. Moral of the story is he was a positive person, I'm a realist, and he saw me as a cynic. And if you know the definitions of realist and cynic, that would be a perfect example. And it happened to me. It's exactly what happened to me. So if you find yourself as a realist and you run into a lot of positive people and you have confrontation with positive people, that's usually why. That's one of the reasons why. About to get in these runs. I just told these guys I don't use T-HUD. If I go the wrong direction, just follow me. I'll try not to slow us down. I think I'm gonna get a lot of heat for using Satiated on my Z-neck build. Because a lot of people will be like, Cannibalize is better, you know, and when you're at low paragons, Satiated is just better because you won't get one-shots. But some people just don't know that. Or some people will, you know, they're very strong in their opinions on this game. I don't know why people are so strong in their opinions on this game. See, I told them I wouldn't do bad. I wouldn't do too bad, They seemed to think I would have. They didn't have much faith, I'll tell you. They're talking like, you need to change this in your build, you need to change that. And I'm like, come on, man, let's just fucking do it. Lord Anubis coming in with the Twitch Prime for 2 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, bro. Hope you're having a good day. Them banner emotes, bro. Hell yeah. I gotta update the sub thing. It's just in the middle of a rift. I'll do it after the sets. What you been up to, bro? You been playing Borderlands 3? I gotta fucking play that game, bro. I really do. Maybe with that sub, I'll have enough money. One of these days. But it's not just on the Apple Store anymore. The game's actually on Steam now, so if I want to play it, I can get it on Steam. I don't think I went over why I use Satiated over Cannibalize at such low paragon. The higher paragons, you get you have enough HP, and there's no reason to use Satiated. You can use Cannibalize. But either way, you should have enough. You should be pulling in enough health globes and getting enough health back with Requiem Plate, or actually you're not even using Requiem Plate, but you should get enough health back with Cannibalize. Or not Cannibalize, Satiated. Get plenty of health back with Satiated. So I use Satiated because I get plenty of health back with health glows and all that, and basically something hits me, I'm full health like right afterwards, you know. But if something hits me and I don't have the HP to, you know, cushion that damage, and there's really no point in having Cannibalize. It's almost like, yeah, I might be able to heal back to full health if I don't get one shot, you know. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole if. Like if you get one shot, what's the point of healing through the attack? So I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that though, because I wasn't very specific when I did that. And a lot of people will say go Cannibalize because Cannibalize is better, and they'll just, you know, they'll kind of just no real Scotsman that, and it's not exactly true. See, I gotta face check the enemies, which means, you know, I'm gonna be putting myself in harm's way all the time. The reason I have to face check the enemies is because, I mean, or not face check them rather, but I have to get close because I have to stack, I have to get my curse on them. If I don't get my curse on them, my team's gonna do significantly less damage. So I get my curse on them, which means I gotta get close. Which means I need the defense, and it's just a pain in the ass when they have like ground effects and shit that kill me. But still, I'm able to survive, you know? I can do it. Spaced out and scroll through the entire meme channel on Discord. Send help. I'm way up there. Yo, that meme channel though. Dwarfus Max threw in a bunch of memes. It's got a lot of interesting stuff on there. Alright, I'm gonna leave this group. Let's see. Leave the group. Hopefully I lived up to their expectations, man. Those guys, they seem to change their mind about me after, you know, during the end there. They're just like, yeah, it seems like he's doing all right, cuz I mean, they didn't say anything different, so obviously I did all right cuz I didn't get kicked, so that's the way I look at it.